is a massive one for both teams. As they go inside into a dome once again, the starting five for the last two. Sacramento got off to a rough start. Kings have risen, has got the tap. They'll have the ball to start the fourth quarter. And Sacramento has been playing as well as anybody in the Pacific Division of late. Keegan Murray will open things up, and he opens up with a three for Sacramento. Kings coming off a nice win over Sacramento
because the Clippers have done an excellent job of limiting opportunities from behind the three-point line in the game versus the Kings this year.
These two teams haven't played since November. Clippers won both of those games. Kawhi on the wing for three to retaliate. Sacramento has made some changes on the sideline, on the floor. This is basically a completely different looking squad than the team the Clippers did beat twice, once in Arco Arena. Up 2-0 in the series, a much different look as James Harden floats it up and floats it.
Transition offense there, but you know, having new faces along with kind of a new philosophy, I think that's why they gelled so quickly with Doug Christie kind of looking at things a little differently.
Murray the three, not there. And Zoo the reap. Doug Christie before the ball game. I said, what did you change? What was the biggest difference? He said, I simplified both the offense and the defense, and they have been terrific for it. Batum for three, picks up where he left off. Our favorite Frenchman puts the Clippers out in front. The starting role. Valanciunas knocks Dunn to the floor, rises in the mid-range. And Ivica Zubac gobbles up another rebound. Valanciunas a thorn in the side for so many years for the Clippers. We saw him earlier in the year in a Wizards uniform. Great pickup for Sacramento. Harden down the lane again, this time over Barrows off the window. Creates the advantage for Keon Ellis, who pours in a three. Keon Ellis, one of the most underrated players, I would say, in the NBA.
This game of 2 games, Sacramento was 10 for 61 from behind the three-point line, and they got a knock in the first 2 out of 3, I believe it was.
A little fancy pass there from Kawhi Leonard. Zoo unable to get it home. DeMar DeRozan cut his teeth in Gonzalez Park, not too far from here. Got a couple of LA guys out there with he and Harden. Levine, the elbow jumper from Seattle that played at UCLA, knocks it down. Get used to that. He is a prime-time scorer.
I watched this battle here between these. Oh, yeah, Valanciunas put his hands on the hip of us. One of my favorite teammates. The trust of the players there, that when he assumed the head, he wanted to go in.
He did say that his vibes haven't changed. You know, I've often heard that assistant coaches are the good cops or the bad cops, and the head coach is the opposite. That I treat everybody the same as when I was an assistant. Valanciunas denied once again. It's Batum. Loose ball retrieved by Harden, and ahead to Dunn. Leonard riding shotgun to the rim. Missed opportunity for the Clippers. And Murray back the other way. Ellis in the corner for three. And Zoo, another rebound, already his third. Clippers 2 for 6, 3 for 7 for Sacramento. Leonard. Threes we mentioned earlier. DeRozan sends it over again to Murray, and again it's a deep three. Time misses, and Zoo chases down yet another rebound. And Harden back the other way. Clippers head out on the road for three. It's a back-to-back starting on Tuesday in New Orleans, then Miami. Harden the straightaway three. Include the trump for a few, but it's a very, very, very busy month of March, and a lot will happen. But boy, a lot is riding on this game. Levine misses badly. Harden out-rivaled for the loose ball by Murray. Back to Ellis on the wing for three. Batum tracks down the loose ball. He's here for Sacramento. Dunn leaves it for Zoo. The floater crawls off the iron. A lid on that one.
For the Clippers, those are the ones you really want to capitalize off on, especially when you have the numbers.
Valanciunas lowers the shoulder down the lane and down the hatch. I guess I'd rather see him doing that than hitting 70% of his threes, which it seems like he does against the Clippers.
I mean, even with the power and strength, go to his right, little soft hook off the glass.
Leonard fields it low, shoots it high. It's all cotton for Kawhi Leonard. He signs his autograph on the game as he ties it up at 10s. Against the Clippers. Clippers won a game without shooting the ball all that well, and then had 23s in the following game. DeRozan. Whistle. And the foul is
getting his legs up underneath him.
Ellis and the Kings have it. Levine slithers his way to the rim, counted, and a foul. And Zach Levine will go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
You know, watching Sacramento play, because De'Aaron Fox, he kind of right. And you saw that out of bounds right there, getting Zach Levine into space with his strong hand.
See that he turns 30 tomorrow. I remember when he came into the league, he described his game to Jamal Crawford. Here we are 9-10 years later. It's a fairly accurate. He's got a ton of energy and can score with the best of them. Zoo tries to go to work on Valanciunas. Getting away with that little hook shot. It wiggles through for Zoo.
Valanciunas is doing a good job, but when Zoo wants to go into his move, putting your hand on the hip and pushing him out further, so get deeper post position, so you're still within the range that you love and can operate in successfully.
Levine.
That's it, the further he can push you, and I know up here talking about getting deeper position on him is a lot easier.
Zoo, the floater, just goes right at him that time. Back-to-back bucket top. Zoo led the Tons off to a good start here. 6 points and 4 caroms for Zoo. DeRozan. Valanciunas for 3. Forgive me if it gives me PTSD. He does miss. Clippers
body language when he got it wound up. He was like, oh, here we go again.
Leonard in the corner shows and tries to power his way around Murray. Fades and fires himself. It's long. Levine. He's good on the open floor. He is just a great scorer. We saw him in Chicago, or against Chicago, about a month ago on the tail end of a back-to-back, and he lit the Clippers up, but he's as hot as anybody in the league right now. Kawhi draws a crowd. Whistle, foul, stops the clock. 4:31 in Minnesota. Valanciunas picks up his second foul, so he takes his seat. First done, drives inside. Trey Lyles has checked in. Some of the smaller lineup here for Sacramento. Bell on the wing ahead of the horn, in and out. And Lyles with a rebound. Sacramento leads by, the team really able to find any traction in the first 8 minutes. Levine for 3, it's short. Kawhi Leonard able to chase down the loose ball. Kings 6 of 15, Clippers 5 for 13. Dunn, baseline drive, gives to Zoo. The floater over Lyles is good. I'll take it.
The timing of when to duck in has been phenomenal to watch.
Laravia, one of the new faces, back to Lyles in the mid-range. It is good. There's a learning curve that hasn't been there for Sacramento as they have risen out west.
And I wonder how much with Doug, too, the offense has changed, which allow guys.
Harden wrapped up by Murray, a whistle. It's the clock, 3:13 to play in the first quarter.
Well, let's go back to the drop. That is important.
See the growth there. I do remember going back to the year Kawhi missed with it the entire year with his ACL. The year he came back was asked, hey, how is this team different from when you last played? To Zubats.
And a lot of accountability for him as far as improving his game, which allowed the coaching staff to get him the ball on the post. And speaking about trust, how you not trust Chris Dunn defensively?
Chris Dunn doing those things where he bothers every single offensive opponent on the floor. He forces the turnover. Clippers tied at 17. Harden, the sidestep 3. Rebound goes to Levine the other night, where he went out a little earlier than he had been in first quarters, and it felt like he had a nice buffer in that second half, in particular in the fourth quarter, where they didn't have to pull him in and out of the game. Levine, Laravia, Lyles. They're only passing to people with the last name. Derek Jones Jr. out there. They're missing 3 games played against the Knicks, and did Derek Jones things. He never in the whole team as Derek Jones Jr., Nega, Dante Jones, Sean Fine. I'm trying to look down there. Who else am I missing? Jim Jackson help. I can't confirm this rumor, but I was at a shoot-around once where he was trying to be like Luka Doncic. He said he threw his back out. He was on the scout team. So maybe he was trying to be Zach Levine in the walkthrough earlier today. Get well. Hopefully see you on the plane tomorrow. Here's Derek Jones Jr. after another rebuke by Batum. Jones the other way. Tough pass for Bogdanovich, trying to create a little space for Jones. There is time on the clock for the Clippers, who are out in front by 1. Nice defense there by Laravia with Harden to beat and lays it in. Doug Christie said that both Keon Ellis and Laravia could be all defensive type players. You saw
his coaching was Keon Ellis, what his role. You saw some flashes of who he could be. And as soon as Doug took over, he inserted him into the lineup. He has paid dividends for the Kings.
Coffee misses in the corner. Kings by one. Low-scoring game here. Kings are a top 7 offense. I know that the Clippers have had their moments offensively, but hang their hat on the defensive side of things. In the corner, it's a 3. It is offline by Markelle Fultz. Yes, you heard correctly. Rebound tapped up. Bogdanovich goes to work on Levine. A step away. And Lyles reaches out down for one good shot. Levine. I mean, he's just so graceful and fluid. And boy, can he score with the best. Hart forcing the issue. A whistle will send him to the line for a couple.
Crafty. That time got up underneath Keon Ellis. Once you slap down, a lot of times James.
His coach, Ty Lue, said he's been fatigued. He's scored 77 points in his last 2 games, hitting 11 threes and getting a lot of free throws as we get a good word from the California community. He just wants to play. He wants to win. Has never missed the playoffs. They're going to need a little help to get out of that. But if they can stay in the 7-8 spot, things will be pretty good for them as Levine